at that.
Vernon Reid, folks, Vernon Reid. When you do a signature model for an artist, our goal is to make that exact model available to the fans.
I'm loving this. This is also brand new to the Floyd line. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this. I heard a rumor that the 55-point inspections from Sweetwater came from Reverend.
Yes, that's funny. This is serial number 65967, and that is the 65,697 revolution. We started with 0001 in early 1997. If you want a guitar that you can take to the stage and beat the shit out of night after night, that's going to stay in tune, that is going to treat you professionally for the rest of your life, I can sell you that for $1,200.
Hey everybody, it's Derek at the 2025 Amigo Guitar Show. This just looked pretty familiar to you, this face, okay guys? We hung out with him in NAMM a couple of years ago. It is Ken over here of Reverend Guitars in Nashville at the Reverend booth. And I was just telling him, we came here looking for shredder guitars under $500. We are shit out of luck, folks, but this is the closest thing here because he's putting Floyd Roses on these Reverends now. Look at that.
Vernon Reid, folks, Vernon Reid. It's a far cry from $500 though.
I know it's far cry.
I think so what?
I need to adjust the budget for inflation.
This is a Carina body, completely custom, finished. We call this one the Shaman. There's also the Mystery Tramp and the Talisman. All of these inlays are hobo graffiti, right? And each guitar has its own symbol on a custom truss rod. And there are a lot of symbols that go back to African mythology. When you get the guitar, you get a little booklet that explains all the artwork and all the inlays and shit. And this guitar is only $2,000.
Wow.
I mean, and to own a piece of art that was designed by Vernon Reid and Joe Naylor.
And if people don't know the quality control that you guys have, now, I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this. I heard a rumor that the 55-point inspections from Sweetwater came from Reverend.
Yes, that's funny. It's very similar. It's very similar, except like we do actual setup work, so it's not just like looking at the guitars and being like, oh, this looks fine. It has more to do with filing the nut slots properly, treating the fret ends properly, making sure the pickups are adjusted properly for balance and output, and checking all the electronics, especially when we're doing stuff with Railhammer or like with Fishman, with Grant Cock. There's a lot of things that need to be gone through. And we focus more, just as a company, we focus more on playability than we do on like finish stuff. And I always tell people, like, if you want a guitar that you can take to the stage and beat the shit out of night after night, that's going to stay in tune, that is going to treat you professionally for the rest of your life, I can sell you that for $1,200. If you want a perfect guitar, go buy a cert for $6,000. It will also last forever and play perfectly night after night or whatever. But the difference between what we're doing and what they're doing is like the insane finish quality that some of the high-end builders are doing, which is, I love and respect all of that stuff. But I want to sell guitars for under $2,000. And we have managed to come this far with the artist roster that we have, and we're not just. This is the Reeves Gabrels Space Hawk guitar, and with custom Reeves Gabrels Railhammer pickups.
Like, you guys go really out for your artists too.
We go way out for the artists.
Like, you can tell they have a say.
They have more than a say. So I always thought, I'm not trying to be disparaging on brands that have been around in this business for hundreds of years. It's not that. It's just, when you do a signature model for an artist, our goal is to make that exact model available to the fans. So there is no difference between this Reeves Gabrels model or this Vernon Reid model and what those guys are touring with.
Right.
Like, they could go into their, if their gear gets stolen in Nashville, Reeves could go into Tone Central Station and buy one of his guitars and take it right to the stage. It's set up the same way with the strings he uses and the whole 9 yards. So he and Naylor sit down and try to like solve the issues.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that I've gotten guys like Vern or guys like Reeves, Mike Watt, the Watt Power Bass.
Oh my gosh, that bass is stunning.
So we sit down with the artist and say, when we have this signature model talk, and Mike says to me, well, I love your basses, but I kind of have my own thing. Well, no, that's what we want. We want to find what that thing is. And then if we have a working relationship with somebody and that thing changes year after year, we'll change the guitar with them. That's why we have so many Pete Anderson guitars and so many Reeves guitars.
Speaking on the transformations of artist models,
Yeah.
the Rick Vito model was one of the first ones I've ever recognized from you guys. It was like more of a Les Paul shape. Years ago.
Yeah, the single cut.
And it had the pearloid top. And I was just telling him, he's actually over there. Rick Vito's here.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, that caught my eye on the Reverend years ago. And I'm like, what is this guitar? It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? You say the finishings, okay, we don't go all out. But, dude, you guys are still doing things that a lot of companies don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is great.
I know.
So it's only getting better.
Yeah.
But I love that, though. I always love the binding you have here, too. Like, it just looks killer.
And we source all that stuff. So that binding comes from a company called Urian Instruments in Seattle. And they actually glue layers of black and white plastic together and then cut through them vertically to create that. And that binding is custom with that guitar.
You see that? Now, ask me where I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Here. That's what I'm talking about. And you got that crazy one over here we're talking about, guys. Which is, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, boy.
This is awful.
Sorry about that. We just interrupted that interview. Here we go. Check this out. We'll go around there. Hey everybody, just a quick reminder, if you'd like to show your support for this channel, and we'd love it if you would, then make sure to check out our limited edition Masters of Shred merchandise at www.mastersofshred.com. You can snag an awesome shirt like this incredible Shred Class of '89 ADA Throwback Tribute, or plenty of other ones that you will not find anywhere else. So check that out, and while you're there, make sure to check out our incredible limited edition Tone Arts USA Super Halen amp. Only 50 will be available, and they are going quick. Now back to the show.
So much filming going on here.
And we're not even using mics. We're just talking a lot of shit.
I know.
Okay, check that out. I'm loving this. This is also brand new to the Floyd line. You got the Floyd in there.
This is our King Bolt.
You know what this reminds me of? If Eddie Van Halen is resurrected today and picked up a Reverend, it reminds me of the Music Man finishes.
A little bit.
Right?
Yeah,
it is
totally.
stunning.
Yeah, I got it.
The gold. Look, I like to age the dots too, like that. More yellow. You could have done pearl. So no, yellow it up, dude. Butterscotch.
And we had never done gold hardware until we started working with Vern, because we came up with the 3 different Vern models. He was looking for, he wanted to do one chrome, one gold, one black. Wow. And so we have a lot of custom appointments, like silly things. But the input jack has the branding on it.
Yes.
And so we needed to make them in gold and black.
Yeah.
And once we started having the sourcing those parts and doing it, also the necklace. Once we started doing those in those colors, then it's like, well, we need to start sneaking that out there.
Yes.
And to me, the King Bolt is the modern Reverend guitar.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sleeker. It's a little bit narrower. The offset is a little more.
That's a low profile Floyd.
Yeah, it's a 1500. It's a 1500 Pro Series. Yeah, it's Pro Series.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, because why do something once you're going to do it? Once you're going to commit to doing something, just do it right.
He's not putting a Floyd Rose 1000 on this, folks.
No, it doesn't matter.
Special. He's putting the Pro. I can tell by how nice that lean back is what you want, that low profile. It's like the Red Beach used to uses, you know? Those, I mean, dude, that's how you do it right. That is sick. And you know what's
Thank
so
you for
crazy?
recognizing it.
Right? I always acknowledge small things like that. That's gorgeous. And another thing about this, too, you guys, back to quality control, each one, guys, is numbered on the back by the tech that went over the guitar.
Yeah. So this is serial number 65967, and that is the 65,697 Reverend guitar. We started with 0001 in early 1997.
And those early Reverends have skyrocketed.
Yeah, they're getting.
I've seen them here and
They're
there.
getting a little crazy,
right? But that is so great to see that. And again, the quality control of what you get is just. And I'm not just saying this because I own a Reverend too. You helped me out and sourced out one of the sickest baritones, which is a Wildwood custom, right? It was a exclusive Wildwood finish Sparkle Red.
Sparkle Red, yep.
And it is. I've had 2 baritones. I had a black one, and that one is just. I still have it, dude. Quality control is monstrous. So, if you guys don't know about Reverend, hopefully this will let you know a little bit more. You gotta get your hands on one of these. You can go to Tone Central Station. They're out here in Nashville. So check them out. They have a huge inventory. And of course, follow you guys on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram for sure.
Please.
We're always doing weird shit.
Yes. It's always good stuff.
Yeah.
And you, dude, you have one of the sickest shred guitar collections I've seen.
Me personally?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You got Ibanez's Vise. You got all sorts of wild stuff that you collect.
Hammers.
Which is cool.
Hammers,
You don't see that.
No, that was the shit. I'm a child of the 80s, you know? And so when I would get the guitar magazines, that was the stuff I would stare at.
We were just talking about
my first real guitar was the RG570 in jewel blue.
Oh.
And I got that after seeing a great California band called Big Drill Card. My punk band opened up for them probably in 88 or 89. And their guitar player played a white 550. And he would play all these really cool licks, like a lot of big open string things. And then at the end of every lick, he'd pop a harmonic and do the flutter thing, and lots of flutter. And I can remember, like, I like Vibe, and I like all of that stuff, but that was not what I was into when I was a kid.
Right.
And I was into what this guy was doing when I saw him doing that. I'm like, wow. And then, I had to have one. It was probably my only guitar for about 6 years.
Wow.
And I still have it, and I love it.
Well, I can definitely see some of that DNA.
So when you got the Ibanez catalog in 90 or 91 or whatever, like, those guitars were in there, but like the blue floral.
Yes.
That was like on the cover.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it took me like a long time, but I finally got a blue floral.
Original. None of those premium ones, which aren't bad.
They're made very well.
Do you remember that premium Woody you put out?
Yeah. That's a while ago.
But yes, but very cool though, dude. Thank you again for doing this. Yes, I agree. So
Nerds.
check out. I know we can geek out on this shit all day, dude. Okay, but guys, check it out, Reverend Guitars. We're gonna continue checking out here more booths at the 2025 Amigo Guitar Show.
Have fun, y'all.
National. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Awesome. Good seeing you, man.